actually taking you first to breaking news we've got coming in right now from the poll-bound state of Karnataka. Set to see elections on May 10th. The BJP facing a Congress that is hoping to take away power from it. A row that we are focusing right now in Shivamoga, where you'll remember the Prime Minister in late February unveiled a lotus-shaped airport. It was not the airport itself as much as it was the roof of the airport that was shaped as a lotus, something that you could see from the sky. Now, with the elections in mind, the Congress has now written to the EC. They're saying that this lotus-shaped terminal needs to be covered until the elections are over. They've alleged that it is a violation of the Model Code of Conduct. The architecture of the terminal, as you can see on your screens, does very much resemble the lotus. Now, you'll remember we've seen very, very similar controversies break out two previous times. The first, when it was revealed that there would be a lotus symbol on the passport of Indian citizens to be used as a cipher of whether or not the passport was fake or not. And then you'll remember just a few months ago when the G20 released their official logo, there was again a controversy where the Congress said that the logo had a lotus in it. Let's go over to my colleague Akshara right now for more context on this entire story. Akshara, our audiences already know some of the history when it comes to the lotus. The lotus has, the BJP has argued, been the national flower for the country since about the 1950s. Their argument is this is a national symbol. The Congress, though, says that the lotus is very much the election symbol for any voter when they go inside to vote for the BJP. So this violates the Moral Code of Conduct. Akshara, tell us more about both sides and then tell us more about what the law has had to say in similar cases in the past.
Well, as you rightly mentioned, the Congress is alleging that the lotus is the symbol of the BJP and rightfully people vote for this particular symbol. So, right now this particular airport terminal being shaped in the symbol of the BJP, allegedly shaped in that particular manner. The architecture resembles a symbol of BJP, the lotus. So, that's what the Congress is saying, and they have written a letter to the EC stating that this must be completely covered until the elections are over, and it clearly violates the Model Code of Conduct in displaying this particular symbol on in public infrastructure. And on the other hand, they also have written that on KSRTC buses, the government buses, pictures of Narendra Modi and Chief Minister Basuraj Bommai are also being displayed. So clearly this also violates the Model Code of Conduct, and even that must be removed. That's what the Congress is saying. And even before the construction of this particular terminal, Congress had alleged that this is a complete public infrastructure. Why is it being built in the architecture is in the shape of a lotus resembling the symbol of the BJP? So even then, before its completion of this particular terminal at Shivamoga Airport, Congress had alleged that they are building it in the symbol of their particular party. So even before this, such allegations have come to the fore. Once again, with keeping elections in mind, they have written to the ECI stating that this is a symbol of the BJP, clearly showing the architecture of the lotus flower, so it must be covered. So that's what the Congress is saying right now regarding this whole controversy.
Okay, legally speaking, I just want to ask you, Akshara, in the past you have had courts come forward and clarify that India has no official national flower despite what the BJP claims. I remember as recently as the passport controversy where you had the External Affairs wanting to put a lotus on passports because they said it was the official flower. At that point, you had some lawyers point out that government data and records point out categorically that India does not have an official national flower. Can you bring us more context to that debate, please?
Well, you see, whenever such allegations have come to the fore by the Congress or any other party, the BJP has said that this is India's national flower, and that's the reason why they are why it's many of its, be it the passport, as you rightly mentioned, or the architecture of the terminal of Shivamoga Airport is being lotus shaped. So that's the defense coming from the BJP party. On the other hand, as you rightly mentioned, the legal aspects is a different story, that India doesn't have any national flowers. Even the Congress also voiced out the same, that there isn't any national flower as such. BJP is only doing it, and this is being done because it's the party symbol, it's the lotus, and that's the reason. In order to further their this thing, they have structured this particular terminal of the airport in a lotus shape. So once again, keeping elections in mind, this has once again come to the fore, with Congress writing to the ECI stating that there is no national flower as such. It's the symbol of the BJP which they are trying to, during the election time, which is being displayed, and it must be clearly covered. That's what what the Congress is saying right now.
All right. Akshara, thank you for bringing us that context. Akshara, if you could, right before we move on, if you could just bring our audiences some context to the Shivamoga region in particular, because we know elections are right around the corner. Which is the party that has till now had a stronghold over Shivamoga? What were the election results in 2018 like? And how are parties hoping to change the equation over there? Tell us.
Well, you see, Shivamoga is said to be the native district of former Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa, and he also, remember, contested from the Shikaripura constituency there, which is a stronghold of the BJP, and there is no other candidate in that particular Shikaripura constituency who can defeat the BJP candidate. In fact, B.S. Yediyurappa, former Chief Minister, has been standing there as an MLA, and recently he resigned, and his son, Vijayendra, will be contesting from the Shikaripura constituency in the Shivamoga district, and BJP is looking to reap good benefits there. And this particular airport, whose terminal is in the shape of an architecture of a lotus.